Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciara. If you're new here and you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're interested in seeing how much a small YouTuber like myself currently makes. So if you're interested in seeing how much I make from AdSense, sponsorships, and affiliates, just keep watching.
I just wanna ball making plays.
Okay, so I have everything written down in my notes. Everything. So what we're going to talk about today is literally just this. I have everything written down here in this phone. So as of today, it is currently mid-June, and I have 2,083 subscribers. So yes, I'm a very small channel, and I want to thank everyone that is in my community. So first, I'm going to start off with talking about the YouTube Partner Program eligibility. So if you guys are not familiar with YouTube and how to make money off of it, you cannot just post a video and make money right away. We all know this. And that's something that you should know. You have to reach a certain threshold, which is 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 watch hours or 10 million YouTube short views, which is crazy. It sounds like it's a lot, but I think that if you're very consistent, know that it's reasonable and it's achievable. So it did take me quite a while to achieve the YouTube Partner Program eligibility because I was very inconsistent with uploading, the way that I was uploading, and of course, not following my niche. But because of that, I believe that my videos were not what people wanted to see then. But if you post 10-minute videos, you will eventually get there. But for me, I was posting anywhere between 1 to 4 times a week and not getting the watch hours that I needed. So usually when you start out, people don't know who you are, so it's hard for people to find your channel and click your videos and watch them. A big takeaway that I want to reference to this video is that you have to be able to like editing the videos that you create and the content to survive on YouTube. You probably heard this from other people also on YouTube. YouTube is not a short-term, make money fast type of thing. You really need to spend a lot of time and effort with it, right? So in the beginning, it's going to be really hard and it's going to be really slow until things start to pick up and you'll actually start making money from it. So for me personally, I love to plan and create. So I treat YouTube like it's my teaching job. So it's really easy for me to keep up with filming things and making content, and I also enjoy editing it. So for me, it's kind of like a memento, and I can look back on these memories and see everything that has happened. But if you're just making YouTube videos and you're just out here grinding and hate every second of it, it's probably really not for you, because I'm just being honest. So I wrote down here that there are 2 main metrics that I want to mention. And if you guys have done your YouTube research, you probably already know about them. But they are CPM and RPM. So CPM stands for cost per mil, and it is an advertiser of the cost per pay for every 1,000 ad impressions is willing to pay for being on your videos. So when you guys are watching a video and you see an ad pop up, that's what that is. And then of course you have RPM, which is basically revenue per mile, is a publisher-centric metric that estimates their revenue generated per 1,000 ad impressions. So RPM is essentially generated on how much I make. But I also want to let you guys know that the number of subscribers does not correlate really with the amount of money that you make on YouTube. So all the money that you make is per views and for watch hours. Your number of subscribers really does not matter. For example, someone can have 100,000 subscribers, but nobody's watching their videos. They are not going to have the same revenue as someone who has 5,000 subscribers, but they have tons of views. So millions of views for their videos. So basically, after you've reached the 1,000 subscriber threshold, that's kind of like out of the window, and it's like fair game for everyone. Obviously, I'm sure there's some sort of correlation. Obviously, there's some kind of like correlation with someone between 1 million subscribers or high subscriber count and also viewer rates, because if you had 1 million subscribers, I'm sure there's more than one person who wants to watch your video that you published. So CPM and RPM on every video varies. But also keep in mind that not a lot of people realize this. Your videos are good if you stay along the same topic for your whole YouTube channel, and that's like part of some people's problems. We don't really know like what our niche is until like people start to, you know, watch those videos more, that you start to see that is that YouTube and the algorithm know what your audience likes, right? So example for me, I'm a lifestyle vlog channel primarily now. I used to be cooking and baking, and then of course just trying different things. But since I'm a lifestyle vlog channel primarily, and I also do like travel vlogs in the summer to Myrtle Beach, and I also do reviews of stuff that come in, such as like sponsorships, and we'll get into that later in this video. And of course I do like unboxing, baking, cooking, and grocery hauls. So you won't see me doing stuff like playing a game or game streaming and stuff like that. Everything that I post is relatively around the same type of content that I do on a day-to-day basis. So that is called a niche. And a niche is a very important thing to have when you're starting out on YouTube, because you don't have an audience, and it helps people to find your channel. Because I think that as you grow like into a bigger channel, let's just say you have 100,000 subscribers, people at that point are more interested in you and what you have to offer, and like for more business points, right? For example, so as I think as your channel gets bigger, you'll have more opportunities to post whatever you want, and you probably will see this with a lot of bigger celebrity YouTubers as well. At that point, they already have a following and they have an audience, and it really doesn't matter like what content that they put out, because people are going to immediately like click on it and watch it. So let's get to the juicy things, which are the numbers. I first started back in August, got approved for the YouTube partner program back in November of 2023, November 2023. And it took me so long to reach it because every 365 days your watch hours expires. So, and at that point I was only passing the 1,000 subscriber threshold, but it was the 4,000 watch hours that was holding me back. I think at this point every single day my watch hours was decreasing because the hours were expiring, as I was posting consistently but nobody was watching. I think I had, you know, just like stuck to one video or one or two videos a week, I would have been monetized a lot faster. But I think that because I had so many breaks in between, I just want to say like that it took me about 2 years to get monetized. But now it's all good, and I think I finally found like my rhythm, and I found my algorithm kind of, and like it's something that it's a process. It's not something that's easy. So things are, you know, like things are going to be hard at first, and then they'll get easier. So things are, you know, coming up a lot easier now to just figure out what everyone wants from you. But remember, like, your channel is your channel. What you choose to put out is what you choose to put out. If people choose to watch it, they choose to watch it. If they don't, they don't. So my first year on YouTube was definitely an experience as far as trying to get the views, the watch hours, and of course reach monetization. It definitely took me a lot of support. So when I first started, I did you know, like run into a really great group of women that were, you know, willing to support. And that's one thing that, like, honestly I can say to anyone nowadays, like, if you have the opportunity to do a support group, do it. So looking back to when I got paid from YouTube, my first check was $140. As the months, you know, like have went forward since being monetized, the amounts have varied as far as like what I've received. So I definitely think that the ad revenue has been increasing, and I definitely see like a difference in my checks now versus when I first got my check. back in November 2023. So I definitely see like more people watching my videos and commenting, and of course I try my best to get back to comments, but y'all know how it goes. So as I mentioned earlier, every video has a different RPM number, and this number will also vary depending on your niche. So, you know, like the niche is what I mentioned earlier. It's something that is what your channel is based on, and it's what people really want to see from your channel because that's what you have put out there to be. So typically more channels based on my research. Gaming has a very low RPM, but channels that focus on tech or finance, such as like business, they have a higher RPM. So this month, currently June, and so far, I am currently set to be making $82, so I'm only $20 away from the threshold of the $100. So when the new month started, it was May, and I had a payout of $117. So you can kind of get like a sense of what I earn. A lot of people say that it is hard to reach the $100 threshold each month to get paid. So I'm very happy that I'm halfway there, but it is definitely like discouraging. It does like make you say like, darn, this is all I'm making. At the end of the day, you will continue your success the way you want to continue it, but you do have to at least earn the $100 threshold for YouTube or Google to pay you out. And that's just that. So essentially, in order to get paid from YouTube, ad revenue, you must post a video on your channel, and YouTube will place ads in that video. And as I'm sure you guys already know, when you're watching people on YouTube who own those videos and upload them, they will get a cut of the revenue. So just moving forward, just know like you're watching the ads, you're asking people to watch the ads, like that type of stuff. So moving on to the second form of income, I wanted to talk to you guys about sponsors or sponsorships. So I know that sponsors and money talk is a little bit taboo, but it's nothing that I have to hide. I wrote down that emails require, you know, like they often require you to want to do something, right? So they often email you with inquiries. And so I rarely get DMs through Instagram or TikTok, but it's always on an email, and it's always for my YouTube channel. I don't know why that is, but so there's two main forms that sponsors would like usually approach me with, right? So the first one is like gifted, which means that they gift it to you, or the second one could be like a paid collaboration where they send you the item and then you get it, you do the video, and you get paid for like, you know, any of the extras that they want to pay you for. So a gifted collaboration essentially means that the company is going to send me a product or a service that they want me to talk about in a video. And then a paid collaboration is when they send me the product or the service and they also pay me to talk about it at the same time. So it's like a 2-in-1 with that one. But how do I create the ad? So there are different types of video integration that companies ask for, and it also depends on like the size of the company. So some of them are pretty strict in my opinion, like they will send you over a form of a contract or something like that that you have to sign, as well as like some talking points. And of course, like when they give you these things to create, you do have your own ideas for these videos. So, you know, like just make sure that you talk it over with them. But I would say that the most common type of video is a video integration, which means that I will post whatever I want as I normally do, and then within that video they want me to talk about something. So it doesn't have to be a whole separate video. I think that it's most common because I think that it's like the easiest way as a creator. I don't want to make a video just like pondering around one thing, right? So like I want to do the product or the service inside of the video, like lifestyle vlogs and things like that. So usually companies will ask me to talk about it before the video starts, during the video, and at the end, if they want me to remind people like, hey, don't forget to check out X, Y, and Z. It's in my description box down below. There's a link. A lot of companies also require me to put a specific link in the description box or the description bar, and that is how they usually check the success of their campaign. All creators pretty much get a specialized code in their description bar, but as you guys can tell by just clicking And if you guys do click on it, you end up using the product or service. Like basically the company will see that, oh, Ciara bought them over. And sometimes you will get a commission off of that, or the company will just build it into my contract. So far, it's pretty much just YouTube sponsorships, and I'm very happy that I can even get that at all. But you do have to be very like selectful and mindful when you're choosing sponsorships. And I'll get into that in a little bit with you guys. But I just wanted to say that YouTube is where I feel like I have like the biggest sense of community right now. And I just feel like the fact that I like being able to talk to the camera for a long period of time and just giving my thoughts and and showing my emotions. I feel like on a short form video, when it's only like 30 seconds to 60 seconds, it's really difficult for me to convey that. So moving on to how I choose sponsors. Guys, this is really like taboo. I don't know. I actually get like a lot of requests from sponsors, and I honestly found like this is very interesting when I did my research online and like the Google forms and stuff like that for a lot of people. And a lot of people were saying like it's very difficult to get sponsors, asking how they got them. I don't know like if it's just me talking, but I basically just get emails from companies. I don't really like reaching out to anyone because I don't have any connections like in the industry. But basically companies would just email me and use a pretty standardized email like, hey Ciara, we really like your video and whatnot, and what you're posting, and we were willing to offer you this product for this content, and you can use the discount code with your followers in your description box, or let us know what your rates are. That's the initial email from companies that I get or I have got. So you can tell if it's a good template or not, because they'll say hi, your channel name, when they say, because they don't know your actual name, it's just Ciara. So I wrote down some funny but weird requests. One request was lingerie, which is not something that I'm comfortable putting online for anyone to see me in other than my husband, but I also don't have like a require for it. It's not something that I, want to share on my channel. I've had a request for a handheld vacuum, which is really cool. It's the X Cool vacuum. It's really great and it's so easy to use. But if I find myself not interested in some of these sponsorships, I will just not take it. I will simply just ignore or just don't reply to the company or person and just not even engage. In terms of the ones that I have selected to collaborate with, I've chosen to give it a try first, and then of course to let you guys know. It's not something that I just threw in a video and just oh, let me just throw this out there because they sent it to me. No, I actually took my time to look at the stuff before it's even sent, and then kind of go from there to share with you guys. I don't want to just get something and then not try it, and then basically if I don't like it, I'm sharing it with you all. I don't want to do that. If it's not something that I really want, it's not something I'm going to recommend. So anything that I mention in my videos is something that I actually truly like and truly use. I also use products before I even post about it or think about it, that I'm familiar with it, and so that I can share it with you guys. But some of the ones that I really, really liked as far as sponsorships was the Halara one, which is a women's clothing line, and they have so many versatile clothing sizes and colors. They sent me over a total of $600 to be able to use on clothing for 2 different months, and I'm just so comfortable in these pieces. I get so many compliments at work every time I put on a piece of their clothing, and of course I share the link and code with them as well. I've also worked with a sponsorship, like I said before, X Cool, that sent me over a handheld vacuum, which was really nice because I could use it in the home, I can use it in my car. And another that I really liked was the Desi's, because they sent me a total of 2 cameras, right? And I was able to use one at my front door, and then I was able to use one inside while we were gone on vacation. And it definitely helped me with the one outside to prove to my landlord things were going on. I will link those in my description box down below. And so I've also had the opportunity to work with Temu. They've sent me over links for me to try out their website, gave me free gifts. And that was when it all first started. I don't get paid for those. I get gifted for those products. The fact that they wanted to work with me made me so happy, because I was about to invest in a Ring camera and not know what to do with it, not know how it works, blah, 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 blah. You know, ever since I got the products, I've been using them ever since, literally still sitting outside and in here. But it lets you know like how much I love the products. So I've been sponsored by quite a few different sponsorships. They usually give me a discount code that you guys see in my videos of their products. I'm not just picking random products to talk about that I have no clue what it is, but based on like your campaign results with them, the company can choose to renew, or they can choose to terminate the sponsorship with you. They don't really tell me numbers, but like a point of the campaign, a point person can reach out with a second campaign like Halara did with me, and I had 2 videos with them, over $600 worth of clothing. If you can keep getting the emails from the sponsorships, that means that you have a really good relationship with them for future sponsorships. They are getting something out of this. They are getting the fact that you're promoting their product, and you'll get something out of it too, because you're getting the free gifts. So let's talk about affiliate links, right? Sometimes companies will give you a certain link, and I put it in my description box. That link will allow you to click on it and generate a commission for me. So it's normally like a cut if you buy something that ranges, but it ranges like in the 10 to 30% tile, and like it's not a ton. It's something like that's passive to me, but it is income, and it's just something small for me. My Amazon affiliate account is where I make the most money, other than YouTube. It's not much. It's, like I said, passive to me. Yet again, it's a slow process. They just direct deposit it into your bank account at the end of the month. I get a lot of things from Amazon, and I like always want to share these things with you guys, but most people are shopping my Amazon links through the United States and Canada, which is really helpful, because when you watch other people's videos, sometimes you see a link in their description box and it's not supported here in America. So that's why Amazon is really helpful for me to share with you guys the links. So yeah, that's basically how I make money here on YouTube as a small content creator with less than 5,000 subscribers. It's not a ton of money, but I think over time it does add up, and it is money that I didn't have beforehand. So I don't complain, because I enjoy the fact of making YouTube videos, and I enjoy like the process all in general, because it's sustainable for me. But I really hope to continue growing my channel the rest of 2025, and I enjoy looking at and reading the comments, and also trying to reply to them, and also, you know, DMs and emails. So if I reach out, you know, like, just know I'm appreciative from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that I can reach more people in 2025. That would be amazing. So yeah, that's basically it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's upload, watching, and subscribing. Bye.